Well, let me ask you this question. Should I be arrested for hugging my girlfriend?
No,
No, I shouldn't be arrested for hugging my girlfriend because that was a very light touch. It was a very light touch. And if you award that penalty, then why didn't you give? Why wasn't Palmer awarded the penalty for the light touch that happened to him in the early hours of the game?
That was
I don't want to believe the Premier League is staged. I don't want to believe the Premier League.
So once it's your turn, you flex now.
I don't want to believe the Premier League is staged.
Definitely, red cards are bound to happen in a match, and if you do mistakes, they get to punish you.
Yes,
so for me,
definitely.
I think Diego Simeone didn't manage the game well, because if you are having a red card, one man down in the game, and you're actually leading, what you have to do is consolidate on that one lead, defend, pack the box, play low block, and see the game off. All right, so welcome back again, and this is Football Pitch Fans, and as you know, we talk about football, tactical analysis, and here we'll discuss and dissect matters regarding football. And today we actually want to talk about 5 important moments that actually happened last weekend in the world of football. We're going to go through it and look at goals, ref controversies, assists, and comebacks, and all controversies that actually happened in the world of football, which you definitely could have missed or could have not missed. So let us know in the comment section which one do we skip out, and which one were you really intrigued about the important moment that happened in the world of football last weekend. And here in the studio with me today, I have
Tboy AFC.
How you doing today?
I'm feeling very good.
And there I have
Ice Cowboy Palmer.
All right, quickly, let's dive into it. And the number one on our list today is Chelsea are back on the top 4. You know, before that match, it was actually something that really everyone anticipated Chelsea to really dominate in that game and actually, you know, come out in that game with a lot of goals, like 3-4 goals to nil and stuff. But that game was really dicey, edgy. But it is what it is. Chelsea actually got that important 3 points, and right now they are back on the top 4. What do you have to say, seeing Chelsea struggle in that game, Cowboy Palmer?
Well, our gaffer said the other day that he trained the boys on how to play a back 4. And then Leicester brought out a back 5. So he had to think outside the box. And Leicester City, I don't pray for my enemy to play Leicester City, because those guys will frustrate you. They frustrated us, frustrated my players. We were possessing, but we're not moving. We had the ball, we had ball possession, but we're not moving, we're not progressing. We just did one corner. They played the ball, they passed the ball. Those guys limited our progression. And I thank the gaffer and I thank Cucurella, because he had to think outside of the box, and Cucurella was able to secure that goal in the 79th minute. That's like, you can imagine that a game that we're bragging that we're supposed to flood them with goals, we happened to win at the very end in a very lucky way. Kudos to my boys.
Palmer actually missing that penalty to you, was that actually the event for you that evening?
Well, it's a moment I regret. It's a moment I wish didn't happen. But we love you, Palmer. We know it's just it's a deeper form, and you've done a lot of goods for us. We can't turn our back on you. We love you. Just get your game right, boy, and be on form.
Definitely, he is a human being. You know, missing penalties actually, even the world best actually.
Everyone has.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, so that actually happens to help Chelsea, you know, bounce back to top 4 to really solidify their stay in that 4th position in the table. And right now, it's looking more likely each day at a time that Champions League football is actually, you know, edging close for Chelsea, you know, come next season. Now, that actually gets us to number 2 on our list, and that is Manchester City lost against Nottingham Forest. Over the weekend, really, people actually keep seeing Manchester United drop points here and there, but in that game, they really looked sharp. They really looked like they're definitely going to get something out of that game. But you see what it is. What do you have to say about that moment for you, that seeing Man City, you know, go out, you know, in possession even, because at some point, Nottingham Forest actually got the position from them and also grabbed the maximum 3 points for Man City. So what do you have to say about that moment?
Well, I think it was a shocking result. Like, I never expected that Nottingham Forest is going to dominate, you understand? It's going to, but you know, in football, they said records never lie, because Nuno Espirito, I think, is the first manager that has done, that has beaten Pep Guardiola home and away. When he was at Wolf, he did that, you understand? So he do it again, you understand? So that match was a very, very good match, you get. And I'm so happy with what was happening to Pep Guardiola's team, because right now, they are not even like fighting for the title anymore. They are fighting for top 4. Yeah, you can see how tough
But it looks more likely like that top 4 is definitely going to be, they're not going to make that top 4 the way it's going right now with the sense of features they have and how they're not really picking points.
Yeah, definitely. They are going to struggle to make top 4 this season, if you ask me. You understand? Because Arsenal is not stepping down from that second position. Nottingham Forest is not stepping down out of that position.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, I think Chelsea problem right now, I think is just Cole Palmer. You understand? I think Cole Palmer is out of form. Once Cole Palmer picks his form, Chelsea are going to bounce back strongly. You understand? But as of Pep Guardiola, if you look at his team, I think Man City are kind of rebuilding right now because in their starting 11, you won't get to see the likes of Kevin De Bruyne with most of their experienced players that they have. Yeah. You understand? So they're going to struggle for top 4.
Though, let's see how it actually goes. And that actually brings us to our third on our list today. And that is Liverpool penalty saga on Darwin Núñez. Cowboy Palmer, tell me, how does that penalty actually for you, seems so controversial? Because for me, I feel like, Liverpool have gotten it all easy going with officials in England this season. I can't lie. And going into that game and seeing how some decisions are actually awarded to Liverpool, that penalty, before even that penalty incident, there was actually an incident of a foul from Darwin Núñez that could have actually seen him see a straight red card in that game, but they just gave him a yellow card. Now, seeing that penalty on Núñez, what do you have to say about that penalty?
Well, let me ask you this question. Should I be arrested for hugging my girlfriend?
No,
I shouldn't be arrested for hugging my girlfriend because that was a very light touch. It was a very light touch. And if you award that penalty, then why didn't you give, why wasn't Palmer awarded the penalty for the light touch that happened to him in the early hours of the game? In the early moments of the game against our last match against Leicester City, because it was a minimal touch. The referee went to the VAR and the VAR said it was a minor touch, a minimal touch. And likewise, the Liverpool's game, the touch was minimal, very minimal, and then they gave a penalty. That means if I hug my girlfriend, I should be arrested.
And if you check the proximity of how the incident happened, like the player was not even comfortable. Like he was even trying to like balance himself. You understand? So
it was just a neat touch.
Yeah, it was obviously a mistake.
The moment our knee touches, that you should get arrested. You should arrest him for touching my knee.
You see this season, the VAR is kind of favoring Liverpool. I can't lie. Like they are backed by the referee and the VAR this season.
I don't want to believe the Premier League is staged. I don't want to believe the Premier League.
So once it's your turn, you flex now.
I don't want to believe the Premier League is staged. You guys should.
We've actually seen this incident over and over again, even against their last game against Bournemouth. The penalty on Gakpo, which was awarded, was not a penalty, and they actually gave that. It was too easy, and right now it is what it is. Liverpool gapping and topping the league with 16 points right now, with 2 outstanding games for Arsenal. Now over to that, let's go to the fourth round list, and that is Arsenal versus Manchester United over the weekend. The game, the goals, and the comeback, and everything happened in that game. A roller coaster event it was for Arsenal. And right now, Arsenal dropped yet another 2 points chasing Liverpool. What do you have to say about that game, seeing how Arsenal actually crashed out in that game?
I want to give a big shout out to Declan Rice and Rasmus Højlund, because that guy should be arrested for missing that goal, seriously. And Declan Rice should be awarded with an extra contract. Like they should increase that guy's salary because he saved our ass in that match. David Raya killed us, and at the same time, he saved us in the same match. Like Manchester United, I don't really get this team, because once they meet a big team, you see them trying to like defend properly, like. How did we even get the first goal? Like, I was even surprised on how we got the first goal, because we were lucky in that match. I can't lie. Like, the performance that Manchester United put up, like, they forced us to be playing from the wing, crossing the ball for nobody to head. Because we didn't really have that much, like, we're short of attack. For we to come out with a draw in that match is a big win for us. I can't lie. You understand? Because we can't afford to be losing points right now. Because everybody wants to qualify for the Champions League. We're gapping Chelsea with just 6 points. Nottingham Forest with just 4 points. I don't even want to talk about Man City, because they are looking for a way to come back to the top 4, you understand? So it was a very, very good game. Like Manchester United gave us a shocking performance, and it was a very, very good free kick from Bruno Fernandes, but I will blame it to David Raya, because he made Bruno Fernandes to look good in the penalty kick. So that's just
all right. So okay, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something. I would say Manchester United killed their pride and played like a small team. They packed the bus and decided to walk and feast on the mistake of Arsenal, which worked well for them. They were able to get a 1-1 goal.
I feel like going into that game, Arsenal was actually poised to really, pose a threat to Manchester United, even without their attacking threat. But in that game, Manchester United actually utilized a good tactics, which actually hurt Arsenal, going into the counter and defending so well and actually being clinical enough to really get something out of that game. So it is what it is. Arsenal right now dropped 2 points in that game, and that game was really something shocking to the world of football last weekend. And the last on our list right now is Atletico Madrid against Getafe. We saw them winning in that game, and Correa actually getting a rare card in that match, seeing them losing that game 2-1, and actually right now our gap in the La Liga table with just 1 point behind Real Madrid and also 4 points behind Barcelona, who actually has a game at hand, and if they should win that game, it's 4 points a gap on the La Liga table. Now, tell me, what do you have to say about that game for you? How shocking it is, Atletico Madrid really, losing out to Getafe?
Well, Getafe not really small. You understand? Getafe not small. Defensive wise, they are good. And then Atletico Madrid, you are a big team. You're a big team, and I always come out and tell every big team should know how to secure a result. Even with one red card, you're not supposed to wear your win.
See, say the worst team to bank on this season is Atletico Madrid. They are not consistent.
Do you understand?
And they have the players.
You have all it takes. You have all it takes. Look at the position you are. So you want to throw away the league? You want to tell me you want to throw away the league because you cannot defend with one red card? Now, going into that game, that red card, I will say, okay, it's a red card. At the same time, it should be a yellow card. Why is a red card? Is because it was high. It was rash. It was reckless, and that's why it's a red card. The stud went for the ankle of the player. Now, why it should be a yellow card is because it was a pure intention to play the ball. He didn't go for the leg of the player. He went for the ball.
Not all foul are actually called due to intention. Maybe you had the right intention, but what you did is wrong.
It was a pure intention to play the ball. Now that's why I say, judging from his intention, he wanted to kick the ball. It was he accidentally used his stud to foot crush.
What you are analyzing right now is it a red card or not, or a red card?
It's a red card.
So I think what should be concerned about right now is
at the time you can see that there are where referees are lenient.
Yes, like pardon.
He should have been pardoned. The referee could have been lenient if he had awarded the yellow card. For no complaint.
That was why they lost the match. They lost the match because of that red card.
For me, I felt like it's not about even the red card, because definitely red card are bound to happen in the match, and if you do mistakes, they get to punish you.
Yes,
so for me, definitely. I think Diego Simeone didn't manage the game well, because if you are having a red card, one man down in the game, and you're actually leading, what you have to do is consolidate on that one lead, defend, pack the boss, play low block, and see the game off, definitely. But it didn't happen that way. So it's the coach has to be blamed. But it is what it is right now. La Liga, we are seeing a 3-horse race in that La Liga title, and right now it's looking more interesting, just like EPL. But EPL this season was not that really interesting, because in the past 3 seasons right now, we've seen EPL having just a 2-horse race. But right now in La Liga, we are seeing a 3-horse race in La Liga, meaning that they're really stepping up, and the league is getting more competitive. And definitely our time is up, and here is where we actually wrap the curtain. Well done, guys, for today. Thank you so much. Let's know in the comment section what you felt like we left out, and incidents you could have actually added and included in these 5 important moments that actually happened in the world of football. Same again next time. Come next week, we definitely have another important 5 moments that happen in the world of football. So you better try to stick around with us. Do subscribe so you don't definitely miss our post next time we see it. And here in the studio with me, your humble host, Benny Lane, and I have
Tboy AFC.
And there I have
Cowboy. Palmer.
Check more reviews on our channel, because we're having reviews on Arsenal, Chelsea, and also Manchester United and other football sports around happening this weekend for the review we have. And also we have fan interview, which we definitely ground after the end of every match to really see how the fans are really faring after the game. Do well to share, like, and subscribe, and turn on the notification button.